I mean, is Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they have the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the sauce. Greetings, everybody. Happy Tuesday morning or Monday night if you're hanging out with us right now. We got a couple playoff baseball games. Won't be the longest stream. A couple things first. Number one, the Chiefs did not get robbed, guys. I have a very, very angry DM. Like, really angry. Not. Hold on. Let me be clear. The DM is not directed at me. It's at like the NFL, like, and he's going off. And no, he wasn't mad at me for the Chiefs pick. It's like a direct. Guys, like if that's a Monday Night Football game, you should have enjoyed yourself tonight, whether you were on the Jags or the Chiefs. That was a fun game. And if a couple weird calls is gonna make you not enjoy your night, then you're not gonna enjoy Monday Night Football ever because it always happens. The Chiefs did not get robbed, man. They committed a lot of penalties, and they also had a favorable call go in their favor earlier in the game. So the PI call at the end was correct. They committed a lot of penalties. Fun game, though. And the other thing, there was someone in the Discord that was like, this game's so boring, talking about the Dodgers game. Man,
that got good.
Get out. If you have two aces on the mound in the playoffs having a pitcher's duel, if you don't like that, you don't like baseball. Like, that's as good as it gets. A playoff game with two aces going back and it doesn't get better than that. In fact, I think that's like peak baseball. That's as good as it gets. I think that's better.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I was on the Dodgers, so obviously I lucked out. But I mean, that was absolutely awesome. Just like I was on the Chiefs tonight too. But if I would have lost the Dodgers and the Chiefs, I wouldn't even have been that mad because, like Kyle said, that was an awesome 6 hours of watching sports.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if you didn't enjoy yourself watching either of those, like, man, this might not be like, the Monday Night Football game a little wonky at times, but like that was a fun watch. You should have been like, you should have enjoyed yourself, regardless if you won or lost. But anyway, why don't we talk about some playoff baseball for Tuesday? We're starting off with Logan Gilby making a road start in Detroit. Let me pull up Ballpark Pal, see what the weather's looking like. This series is evened up at 1, right? And the division series is best of 7, correct?
5.
Dude, what is baseball doing?
3-5-7-7.
3-5-7-7.
Dumb.
Pretty high chance for rain in this game tomorrow.
I was gonna say we have some precipitation in the mix.
Yeah.
What do you think of this one, Toast? Trust Gilbert?
Yeah, I want to play the Tigers. I'm not going to lie. It's more of, I think that we're getting some value with Jack Flaherty, who I know you and I have talked about this a few times, but I think Jack Flaherty's pitching a lot better than people give him credit for. I will give you that his last 3 starts were against Cleveland. So obviously not fantastic offensively, but at the same time, when you're seeing the same lineup over and over again and continuing to pitch well, I got to give him some credit for that. He also went into Yankee Stadium and pitched well. He got hit up against the White Sox and the Royals a little bit at home, but that doesn't really do much for me. My thing is that when I was looking at this game, I went into my head like, who did I think looked better between these two teams in the first 2 games as a whole? And I thought it was pretty even. I mean, obviously, but my issue with it is that I think the Detroit offenses looked a little bit better. They obviously haven't cashed in on opportunities, but at the same time, I mean, I know that the Mariners won, but it was Polanco to 2 home runs. I mean, it would only be Detroit for me. I don't think that Seattle has some crazy edge in the bullpen. I think that Detroit has shown so far this playoffs that their guys
I like that
pitch.
bullpen. I like that Tigers bullpen.
I think they can pitch in a high leverage situation. I'm not saying that the Mariners names like Brash and Munoz aren't better than those guys, but like I said, I mean, Brash didn't look good in game 2. I think it was. I think he gave up 2 runs with the Torkelson double. So I'm just saying I don't think that there's such a huge gap between the 2 bullpens. And honestly, I don't think there's a huge gap between the starting pitching. Clearly, we're in the ALDS, so there's not going to be a huge gap. But my point is that I think that we're going to getting some serious value on the Tigers, considering the fact that now they're going to be at home and they're going to have their first playoff game in a whole bunch of years. So I think that everything points me to the Tigers. I'm going to wait to bet it just to see what this line does. FanDuel's at 114 right now. If I happen to lose a couple cents, I will, but it would only be the Tigers for me.
SS Jacob likes the over at a juice 7. I'm not mad at an over. I trust the Tigers. I trust the Tigers bats more at home. I also trust Jack Flaherty a little bit at home in Detroit as well. What do you think, Spoon?
I like the Tigers as well. Plus 115 is the best number. This rain is kind of keeping me off it. It looks like they can get a game in if they wait a few hours. Everything's completely cleared up by 8 o'clock, and there's no chance for precipitation for the rest of the night after that. But they play an early game the following day. They have a 3 o'clock game, so I don't know necessarily what they'll do. If I do place this bet, I'm going to lock it into Flaherty and Gilbert, the listed pitchers here, because if this game gets pushed and it's the next set of pitchers, I don't know necessarily Mize what they'll do with Seattle's pitching, but I really like Detroit with this setup. The rain's just the big factor keeping me off here. I think Flaherty pitched really well in that last game. He's looked really good in a lot of big situations. They need a win here. I think Detroit has a great chance to win this series.
Yeah, the Brewers just won. That's what Trevor's clapping about. Here's the thing.
Easy work.
So I agree with a lot of what you said. I trust the Detroit bats more at home. I was on that pretty much most of the season. Even when the Detroit started playing poorly, I still trusted the bats more at home. I trust Jack Flaherty more at home, but I feel like, man, plus 110 is just a little thin, right? With Logan Gilbert? I feel like that's a little thin for me. What do you think, Trev?
I don't know. Can I say one thing, though? If, for whatever reason, that Logan Gilbert can't pitch, if it's a rain delay or whatever, Seattle has no other starting pitching on their roster right now. So it would be a complete bullpen day, like Bryce Miller, Emerson Hancock-ish, just for the record.
What do you think, TV Jones?
Yeah, I like Seattle here. Jack Flaherty, he pitched all right against Cleveland, but he got into some trouble in that one inning and got lucky that J-Ram got caught stealing and then hit into a double play. Cleveland was starting to come alive there, and yes, it's going to be rainy, it's going to be at home, but wind's blowing out 12 miles an hour. Seattle can actually hit the ball, and they can hit for power too. Just ask Scooble about Jorge Polanco. I mean, this team has got guys that can hit, and Logan Gilbert's been fine. He hasn't given up more than 2 runs since August 30th. That was on the road at Cleveland. He's had 3 road starts, then Houston, Kansas City, Atlanta, and then St. Louis and the Dodgers. He's gone 5+ innings and had less than 2 earned every time, but he does have a home run problem 4 in the last 5, or 4 of the last 4. So somebody could get a hold of it, and both these pitchers kind of been struggling lately versus lefties, and both of these lineups can start up to 5 lefties potentially. So I think we could see some runs in this game, but I think Seattle's bats are more trustworthy. I get Detroit's at home, but, they went to Seattle and stole one. Seattle can go to Detroit and steal one. So I'm taking Seattle in this game. I kind of like Logan Gilbert's strikeouts too, but not enough to play it. He's only had the last 3. He's only had like a 20% strikeout rate, but and hasn't gone over 5 strikeouts since early September. So I don't mind the over strikeouts, but not really a gigantic fan of the number. If it was 5.5, I might dabble.
I think I have to side.
You have like an 80% strikeout rate, and I'm a fan of you. So
I think I have to side with.
I'm 5-1 in the DS.
I think I have to side with TV Jones on Seattle, even though I like Detroit at home. The Seattle used all their bullpen arms, but they didn't play today or yesterday, whenever you're watching this. So all those arms got to rest, and minus 132. What's the best number I can get? I'm assuming I can get something better than that if I shop around, right? Oh, probably. Not much better, actually. Minus 130. Yeah, Gilbert's so much better than Flaherty, and I think the Mariners lineup is slightly better. I think Seattle has the slight edge in every single department of this game. I don't even hate a sneaky spot on the Tigers, but with Gilbert on the mound, I'm going to need like plus 130 or something. I'll side with TV Jones here on the Mariners. All right, let's move on to the next one. This game, man. Did Aaron Judge really block that girl on Twitter that I shared, or was that a troll?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
That the influencer, he blocked her. I think I might bet the Blue Jays. What do you think, TV Jones?
Yeah, somebody talk me off. Can somebody convince me not to bet the Blue Jays? Like, what are we doing? Stevie Jones.
I really want to bet the Blue Jays too. Carlos Rodon, I don't care. It's not like he can't get hit up. And then this right here, lefties, sorry. The top 5 players are betting or have a 298 WOBA all the way to a 514, and then you got a bunch of guys that are hitting righties right now, 4 guys at 280 or above, and 3 guys hitting 308 to 423, including Vladdy. So, I mean, like, this lineup's been hitting Minnesota. New York has looked all right. It's not like they've looked amazing. They benefited from a couple of Red Sox errors to score some of those runs, and just a terrible base running decision from Boston. But Boston's playing lights out right now. New York gives me no confidence that they can come back and get a win. Like, they haven't looked sharp whatsoever. Yes, you could argue it's at home, so they should get an extra juice, and Yankee Stadium's going to steal one. But getting +1, I'm seeing +130 with Toronto. I'm really tempted. They're just playing way better baseball right now, and Shane Bieber's been respectable. They can get to lefties, and they've seen Rodon this year. So I like Toronto in this one.
Under the lights.
Under the lights, Shane Bieber's going to shine.
This is a lights game.
Under the lights in New York for Bieber, that's just poetic.
Yeah.
Under the lights game for the Blue Jays whisperer. Don't forget. TV
That's true.
It's an under the lights game. Spoon, what do you think happens under the lights in this one?
I think Rodon shows up. This Toronto team struggled versus lefties over the course of the second half of this season. They did just hit up Fried pretty good, but I don't think they are able to do the same against Rodon. This guy shows up for big games. I think the Yankees are going to be able to get some runs off Shane Bieber. I went back and forth between doing the first 5 -0.5. I didn't really want to lay that first 5 runs, so I just played the money line -145 Yankees.
Toast?
I'll be on the Blue Jays for sure.
Sauce, that's the full game money line.
I don't hold the same sentiment with Mr. Rodon at all. I think that he has pitched well against some mediocre lineups, and looking at him in the postseason in his career, he hasn't been good at all. So I think he's had one decent start in the postseason that he's went past 5 innings, but everything else besides that, it's been super mediocre. Yeah, I mean, his numbers are really good. Home starts against White Sox and I guess that was a decent team towards the end of the year. That wasn't even a good start, by the way, but looked good against Detroit, kind of, who couldn't do anything. Boston, Minnesota, Philadelphia is a decent one, which he didn't really look great in. The Cubs, he blanked. The Angels didn't really look that great. Boston, he gave up some runs. So for me, it's more of what are we getting out of Shane Bieber? And I know that the Yankees tacked on some runs late, but I don't think they looked particularly impressive in the Boston series, and they obviously haven't really looked impressive in this series at all. Bieber's a guy that I'm not running to the window to back every single time, but I think that he can get us through enough innings to pass it on to the bullpen. And if that's the case, I'm getting a huge plus price. So Bieber hasn't been fantastic. He was really bad his first playoff start, and then his next 2 he was really good. So take that for what it is. But I just don't see how you lay with the Yankees here at all personally. So I don't even see where the advantage is. There's not even an advantage in the bullpen with those guys rested with the way that Weaver's been. Trevor called that out. Luke Weaver in the playoffs is just under the lights. These high leverage spots has just been absolutely terrible. So I will be betting the Blue Jays.
I feel like I wasn't even that overly impressed with Rodon in his last start in Boston too, and I'm pretty sure I was on the Yankees in that game, and I remember watching thinking that I'm looking at his stat line, and his stat line looks all right, but I remember watching and thinking he didn't look that great in that one. Yeah,
he got out of some jams in that game too.
He knows how to get out of a good jam under the lights.
Not tomorrow.
Well, he also walked 3 guys, gave up 4 hits.
His stat line looks okay.
No,
7
I'm
base
just saying,
runners.
if you're walking guys against Toronto, yeah. And they're not going to have. Santander's not going to be in the lineup. They're going to go with the same defensive first outfield they did in Game 1 with Straw and what's the other name? Schneider, and then whoever else. I can't think of the other guy. Barshow. Those are the and then Santander and all those guys will come off the bench. So we'll see.
How many people are going to bet the Yankees tomorrow? I'm not saying Spoon is. I'm saying in like the angle, like they're not going to lose. They're not going to lose. I'm gonna wait and bet Toronto once the line goes up.
I don't know. We're polling 131 people. 132 people have voted. What are you freaks doing up this late, by the way? There's that many people watching right now. But yeah, 132 people have voted. 55% Blue Jays, 36% Yankees. So more
Bunch
people.
Of sharps.
Yeah, we got a bunch of sharps watching. That must be it. Nah, I think people have bailed on the Yankees. Spoons on Yankee Island here. I like the.
I think the series goes 5. I think tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, it's going to go right to Slittler, and the Yankees are going to get another win.
I think he's going to get smoked if he goes.
Yeah, I think Schittler definitely gets.
The AL really got the short end of the stick having to play back-to-back games like that. They played Tuesday and Wednesday.
It's the Dodgers.
Yeah, really annoying that the Brewers didn't play back-to-backs.
Yeah, but right, they did. Why did they? So with the NL, they play, and then the AL also played Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, they were trying not to have 4 games on the Sunday, Monday with football. They didn't want to try to compete with football. That's why you'll see tomorrow night there's 4 games on Wednesday because they didn't have to.
I was going to.
4 games
the
on
NL
Wednesday.
probably plays back-to-back games on the road.
They do.
On the road trip here. Yeah. Okay.
They do.
All right, cool.
Well, kind of. The Dodgers are going to sweep, so they won't have to. Yeah.
Dodgers and Toronto will sweep. Interesting. Only 2 games on Wednesday.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to work here, doing some college football stuff. Got a bunch of stuff posted. Oh, super chat. Yeah. I'm gonna make a video about that for you, man. He asked about hedging. I'm gonna make a video about but just explaining the math behind that. So I'll put that in the Thursday night football video for you. Appreciate the super chat, man. I'll make that for Thursday night. Yeah, everyone have a good night.